Well, greetings, Business 10 students. This is Mr.D, and this is week number 2 of our 8-week course in Introduction to Business here at Norco College. And this week we're going to be looking at chapters 2 and 3. First one deals with making ethical decisions and social responsibility. And then the chapter number 3 deals with global markets and how to expand your business into a global market. So we're going to be looking at both of those this week. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Here I am on our homepage in Canvas, and I'm going to go ahead and scroll down here to module number 1. By the way, this is an 8-week class with 4 modules, so each module is 2 weeks long, which means that this is week number 2 that you're going to be completing your first exam for the first 2 weeks, as well as your first discussion post. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll down. Here's week number 1. You guys covered chapters 17 and 1. Chapter 17 was just about your career in business, but chapter 1 was kind of the heart of what is business and economics and how it all works. And you had a homework on supply and demand, which thank you for some of your feedback on that. I'm still trying to refine that assignment. You also had a quiz on chapters 1 and 17, and you started your first discussion post, which was all about social responsibility and whether or not a business should be responsible for environment and not just shareholders. So it's a great topic to discuss. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll down to this week. Then this week you're going to be looking at chapter 2 on ethics and chapter 3 on global markets. So again, you have your first check-in assignment. Now, check-in assignments are basically questions from the book that I think are important for you to know. So I purposely pull out a few questions of content that you really need to understand. There's 4 questions, I believe, 2 from each of the 2 chapters. So all you need to do in the check-in assignment is answer what the textbook says. You don't need to add your own input. Just look for the answer in the textbook and answer the question. It shouldn't be too brief, however. It should be at least a couple sentences long, but it's worth 12.5 points. By the way, check-in assignments are only open for 1 week. This is my way of enforcing class participation. And so in order for you to participate in a class, you got to be there. So you need to log in within the week. So I'm pretty flexible on most assignments, but I'm not flexible on check-in assignments. So if you don't sign in and complete that assignment during the week that it's open, then you will not be able to make that up. So make sure you do that right away. And again, it's really just getting you into the textbook. It's pointing out important information for you to know, and it also is requiring you to get into the class at least once a week. Next to that, you had your discussion post number 1, which you also started last week. So I'm going to move that down here to the bottom, but you definitely need to finish that. Now, last week you probably did your initial post. You watched the video, and then you did your initial post by answering questions. This week, you're going to want to read other students' comments and posts, and then make comments on their posts. So it's meant to have some interaction. So, ask questions or make comments or statements about each other's posts. And then, of course, you have our homework assignment. Every week there is a homework assignment in this class. This one is really exciting. It's on expanding into global markets. So what I want you to do in this homework assignment is pick a country that you think this product, and the product is introduced in the assignment. It's an energy drink where you think that would be a good market. So another country, and then tell me which of the 7 different ways that you can break into that global market would be the best for that product in that nation or in that country. And then you're going to give me some statistics on the current trade agreement between the United States and that particular country, whichever one you pick. I think I give you an option of like 11 or 12 different countries to pick from. So it's going to require a little bit of research outside of just right here, but it's really interesting what you find about the relationship in trade between the United States and these other countries. And it's really important that you understand the different methods of breaking into a global market, and that's what you'll be doing in this assignment. So follow the instructions and complete that. And then that's actually worth 12 points, not 10. So let me change that. And and then the last assignment you have, of course, is your first exam. So I'm going to not say a whole lot about that, but let's see, this should be a graded quiz. But where's the points? Oh, I have to put points on there. Okay, I'll make sure that it's updated. But the last thing is your quiz, your exam. So your first exam is going to be covering the first 4 chapters that you've looked at. So I'm going to go ahead and come back here to module number 1. And I'm going to scroll down to week number 2. So here's your first exam. Sorry, it's right here. Exam number 1, you have 90 minutes to do it. It's worth 100 points. I have to change the point value on there. It should be 100 points. And it does include an essay question, so just be prepared. Typically, the essay question comes out of something that you've read or something that you've done in the homework assignment or in the discussion post, so keep that in mind. But it's 40 multiple choice questions, and then it is one 10-point essay question that I have to grade. So it should be thorough, it should be complete, it should be not too long, but not too short. A paragraph or too long is about what it should be. But as long as you've adequately answered the question with enough detail, you'll do fine on that question. I'm not super harsh on grading it. But anyway, so that's this week. So again, check an assignment, homework assignment, exam, and then finishing or completing your discussion post number 1. And then next week we'll start into module 2 with 2 more chapters. Again, this is a 8-week class, 16-week into an 8-week, so everything is going to go pretty quick. But that's it. If you have any questions or issues, meet me during my office hours, which are posted on the front page of our homepage in Canvas. And if not, have a great week, and you'll